Sleepy Dragon, playing some Astroneer. We're doing the multiplayer. He is hosting, so I'll be showing you all the lovely glitches as they come along. I'm gonna be honest, since the 9.2 release, it feels like there has been some kind of a stability update. Maybe they just kind of work things in here and there as they go. Or maybe it just takes me a few passes to notice them. I don't know. After 1,000 hours, I really kind of lost perspective on referencing bugs and whatnot that pop up. Trying to remember the last time I had a vehicle train fall through the map into a cave or just forever tumbling to the core. Since 80 says, "You sure you don't want a headset?" I know you don't need a headset. It's not about you. That's about the people at home watching. That's okay. He doesn't think he has anything anybody would care to hear. There is the "I'm not cute, I'm just perpetually uncomfortable" cat. His brother is passed out cold across the room there. Alright, let's get us a ding dang research chamber. Subscribe and I promise I'll never do that again. Alright. Good times, good times. Hello out there. Oh, I found a ship that I didn't know was out here. Out in the dark. I'm gonna grab this chair just so we have a second storm safety. I'm gonna leave the piece of scrap out here though. That's true, but early in, I'm not gonna take any chances. Oh, criminy. Well, no, I'm fine. I found some air and then didn't take enough of it and had to go back again. I'm sure that's confidence inspiring. Alright. Do you want to do a nice big flat area around the base and just do a flower? A peace sign? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and make a jar out of one of these resins then. Get a second research chamber going here. I've got 2 copper to add to yours. And I've got some lithium. I still have a hard time differentiating the copper and the iron in some lights. Although I'm sure it's much more evident than I'm realizing. Oh, get that guy going again. Let's see, that was over that way. Oh, there's some resin. And it may just be my imagination, but it does seem like the nights are a bit longer. Maybe the days are longer too, but... You don't notice a difference? Ah. Alright. Wow, we have a lot of resin. I'm gonna go find some compound. Okay, never mind then. Fantastic. Well, then I will go get some compound. Some tethers. Yes. Oh, nice big open area. Nice. Adjacent to a circle. There we go. Lots of compound. Yeah, I went to the 2 stacks that are right behind, and it turns out there's a third one out here, plus this supply stack. Oh yeah, I see the base you found. Looks that way. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of the further away compound. For what? Oh, I mean, I can say pretty much whatever I want as long as it's not like, you know, it's free speech. Oh, there's 2 bases over here, Matt. Did you find the second one? This one's completely destroyed. And looks like it's void of anything. There is a... Oh no, there's a full-size solar panel. One of the mediums. I'll bring that back, and I've got some... well, I need some oxygen. I was kind of expecting to find 1 air supply out here. I was mistaken. I will probably die now. Wait, cave means air, right? No, mistakes were made. I'm gonna die. I survived. I don't know if I'll survive any further, but I'm not dead yet. I might recover. I wouldn't be surprised if I run into your tethers. Huh? I am also underground. Huh? Alright, I'm getting out of this cave. Probably going, I think I'm going away from the base at this point, which is probably a mistake. But I didn't want to run into the black rock. I really kind of didn't track where I was going there. Is this a mountain? No, don't be a mountain. It's not a mountain. That looks like the cave entrance I just went in. I'll just go refill. This is ridiculous. Yep. I made the mistake of not making tethers to go out to the place where I was exploring, and so I almost died. And I ran into a cave and went down to get oxygen. As I came back up, I ended up making a ramp through the wall, and it turned out to go right back into the cave entrance I used to get there. But I still ended up going back to the base and refilling, and now I'm back at the dead base. Looks like I'll make it back. Yeah, I saw 3 piles of copper in the short time that I was underground. Would you say you have a plethora of laterite? Uh-oh. Come on, pick up the thing. There's a storm, stay underground. There's a storm, stay underground. So I do appear to be experiencing my first glitch. What? Nice. I called it earlier too. I was streaming, I was like, why do I think there's going to be a medium battery down here? Is it because there's a lot of oxygen and no energy? That can't possibly be an actual indicator of any kind. And then there was a medium battery, I was like, what? No energy on the walls? If you jump over to the other cross section, is there energy? Ha ha ha. I wonder if that is an indicator then. I mean, obviously you had to acknowledge that, you know, you've not paid attention to that more times than you have paid attention to it, so... Yeah, and you know, maybe it's super obvious and our subconscious is like, nah, it could be. I don't got no reason to doubt that. We have 76 bytes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna run around, make some tethers, and run around underground and pop some stuff, and we'll get filters. Put the expendable stuff there. I'm gonna go ahead and make another canister. We have a lot of resources now, but that doesn't mean it won't be nice to have some dirt on the side. Okay, so there's the first one. Here's the second one. The third one's off to the right there. All I want for Christmas is titanium for an air tank. Okay, so that was 5. What else did you want compound for besides... What? Here's 2. Oh, you wanted the smelter. Is it unlocked? Why don't you slide? I'll do everything. I have a dream to be complete. Pieces of nothing inside. Yep. So that's the smelter and the mineral extractor. So bad about tethers, especially if it starts to glitch anymore. These caves look like they're gonna loop around each other a bunch. It's gonna make the tether thing pretty interesting. Yeah, I'll just make loops out of them. We'll navigate by ring, like a fiber network of some kind. I found one of the red tomatoes. I'm gonna take it up there. thing I like about Astroneer is I can move the cursor over to my other screen here, and the controller will still work, which I'm sure could potentially have undesirable consequences as well, as far as the game running smoothly and whatnot. What did I just do? Wasn't I carrying something? Where did it go? I don't remember putting it down. Maybe that's one of the consequences I was just alluding to. If I trip over to the other screen, it drops what I'm carrying. Let's test that theory. No, it hasn't dropped it. Then I must have just carelessly dropped it. Hit the button while I was... Oh, the ones in backpacks? What color is it? It's white? Tech. Oh, those are tech. Any round one. Yeah, it's got a little blue dot at the top. That's like 7,900. It's 7,900. I consider them 8s like the other one, even though the other ones are like, I don't know what, 8,300. Yeah, it doesn't matter. By the time you actually stop to start unlocking things, you've got 30,000. And it's still running. It's not like, you know, done or anything. Most of these tethers are going to be for mining, so I'm trying zigzag around a little bit. Did I already? No. I would rather use a couple of extra tethers zigzagging than worry about a bunch of branches and whatnot. This early in, there's almost zero chance of getting lost, but you never know. You get stuck, mentally stuck mining, and don't look up for a minute, and then all of a sudden you start running the wrong way, and you just took a backpack full of metal and died somewhere, and you don't know where the heck you are. Okay. I ain't afraid of no spikes. Okay, so I'll let that one cast out a little bit. Try to go down the middle, but you also want to make sure the walls are somewhat illuminated. See if this wraps right back around again. It looks like it's going to. That was weird. Oh, what do we have here? Anything fancy? Anything fancy for the dragon? No. Sad. Oh, nope, that's debris. I'm a sad panda. Do 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 do. There's some ammonium in case we start running out of resources and end up relying on a trade platform. More shiny. Oh, it's one of those things. I hardly ever find research on these. Huh? 7,400. What? A full size? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's that one I was talking about at that base over there. I went, yeah, finding a medium solar panel that close to your starting point, like, you know, I got there and back off of a very short tether line. No, we didn't have enough. I haven't really found a lot of research pops underground. Well, I've exhausted my tethers, and I haven't found any dead astronauts to get some tethers from. My last game, the one that you were in, there were several. I actually died because one of them had a beacon, and we got close enough to activate the beacon, but it was underground. And I was like, you know, this is going to irritate me for some reason, because it's this beacon telling me I know it's a corpse, but it's just like, what am I going to do? Ignore it? It could have cool stuff on it. I got to know, because it keeps telling me about it. So I end up making a tether line and going way out towards one of the mountains and then digging a spiral straight down because I can see where it is from space. I use some trees as a reference point. And I dig a spiral down, and it ends up being all the way down in the green layer, of course, where they usually are, and then all the way down at the bottom of a treasure tunnel. And luckily I only died once getting there. And that one death, I kind of just gave up and started digging tunnels all over the place. You don't like treasure tunnel? I think you could have said something a long time ago before I got chambers. Oh, like a railgun or something. Oh, okay. They whine so much, though. I mean, I guess if the dirt's inconsistent and it had enough velocity. But boy, I mean, that's a lot more structural integrity than I previously was giving things credit for. Yeah, I found what I was looking for. I found 3 when I went to get that solar panel. That's why I found it. Because I was trying to get the compound that was farthest away first. Since the need for it was relatively small. That way, if we need it later, we're going to need a lot more at one time, and it'll be nearby. Oh yeah, from all the scrapping that I've done, driving around with a scrap vehicle, I've a lot where I call it vented earth. Sometimes it's so thin that it just has like this like diamond plate pattern. Oh, I did find research samples, and I picked them up somehow. Alright, well I got a backpack full of metal. I found a couple of satellites, but nothing to show for it but dynamite and scrap. Well, debris. Oh yeah, I check them all. I used to always find a corpse or something interesting, and it would just be buried in pink things. There'd just be a completely inordinate amount of them around it. They seem to have lightened up on that a little bit, but I don't think they eliminated the pattern. Whatever code equation was creating that. Aha! Right now I'm just kind of running around willy-nilly looking for tethers underground, but I think I'm going to come up with the metal that I have, because I just remembered that I'm running around and I have no space to hold oxygen stuff. You want to do a base cave? I was going to say let's do a base on top of a large mountain when we find a platform on a launch pad. The last one I found, not not the last one we played. Earlier today, I found a launch pad on top of a mountain, and it was really hard not to just flatten out a big disc on top of the, at the very peak of this mountain. Just make a big disc base around it. Nice. I bet it's got a lot of metal in it. Where's that smelter? Yeah, I see you. I thought you built a smelter. And then you spent it on something else? I don't see it. I don't see any compound. Where'd you... Is it in a hole somewhere? Did a storm come when we were both away and we just didn't notice it? Sounds like there's a storm coming. Oh, holy shnikes. Nope. I'm not looking. I'm busy. I'm not looking. I'm busy. That's why I don't see it. I haven't tried to. Is it coming at us? Which way is east? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I want to build a base on top of that and then drive cars out, like make a little ramp to launch cars out of this hole right there. No, you're the host. I need to go get the compound. It looks like the storm veered away. No, I can see it. It's... Go. Yeah. He's gone. I'm following it now, technically. Which is just a waste of oxygen. Do it. I think I brought 4 copper and a few aluminum ores up. Right, but I've got the 4 compound for mineral extractor. Huh? Yeah, I'm about to build a smelter and get smelting happening. But we'll definitely... I'm gonna go get some more compound and start a nice little research expedition. If I could only sing on key. Do, 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 do. Yeah, that was me. Can you hear me through your game? Oh, right. The silent Astroneer. But that's not how they intended it to be played, man. I needed power. Yeah, you had it unplugged. I wanted my table to not take an hour. I'm fixing it. You were moving that table, right? Oh, I thought I saw the whole table moving. The power system was completely low. It could just be the glitches setting in. I'm starting to get rings on the solar panels and wind generators. You see there? Oh, the ring's still there. Now the solar panel's back. Nothing fixes that. I'm gonna turn the V-Sync on because that jumping is getting on my nerves. There it is. Oh, I still have laterite and malachite matte. Oh, okay, cool. I was just saying, like, I grabbed a bunch. I had some set aside. I can't even put it all on here. Battery's dead, sun's down. So we're gonna let this run for a bit, and I'm gonna put the ore in the catch hole that I made for any product that falls off the end of it as well. Boy, does that malachite blend in. It's deeper than it needs to be, but I don't want it blowing away in the wind. It's quite irritating. Alright, I'm gonna go get some more compound. I've got 2 full cans for the mineral extractor, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop that off. I am not getting the hologram for the jar, which means I can't auto-click. But I've gotten pretty quick at doing this little number here. Oh, sometimes it shows up. But then it drops there, and you just have the one spot open. You continuously empty it. Wait, is there already compound on here? No? Do you have a compound, Matt? I know where it is. I'm just asking if you already had one on the mineral extractor. I don't remember how much is still over here. I don't even remember exactly where it is. What is up with that? I should have already had tethers out here. It's kind of embarrassing again. I'm gonna have time to get one. Yeah, I read a review once where a guy was complaining about how the tethers in this are too tedious. Of course, he didn't use that exact phrasing, but that was the sentiment he was trying to convey, and I was shocked. I was just like, that's the fundamental thing. Like, if this planet's like 8 colors of Play-Doh, if you could just run around completely unlimited willy-nilly, I gotta be honest with you, it'd lose a lot of its charm really fast. Like, oh look, I just ran, a quarter of the way around the planet, and I saw 10 identical destroyed bases. 4 different kinds of downship, with a variety of 8 to 12 different resources available in it, and occasionally a chair. And it took me, 2 hours to pretty much see it all. Like, what game is that? Who would play that? If it weren't for the oxygen, like, okay, sure, you're limited by power. Slap a thing on your shoulder and you can stand in a field all day to wait for it to recharge without having to worry about an air supply. I don't care. Until we get mobile, I don't really care, because the reason that it doesn't matter now is because we're doing multiplayer, so we're going to have plenty of resources gathered for plenty of extra tables that we don't have to worry about condensing all our generators onto medium storages and make all the tiny ones just to save space. We're going to have plenty of tables and plenty of everything else. Oh yeah, I can just shut this thing off. 1,000 hours and I don't have like a really set routine. Like I have a fairly consistent path that I use to get from A to B, and it'll look the same, but all the little strategy based things, they just kinda, I never really did the thing there. Alright, so we're gonna get this going to the mouth of that cave over there. I'm gonna go grab some research out of this cave. Yep. That's what attracted my attention. Yeah, that's... I kinda like it. Gives it kind of a... Oh, well, alright then. Modify it. Man. Skyrim style. Jump, 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 jump. Tap, 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 tap. This is me hitting the jump button. Skyrim. I used to call it glitch jumping, although I know it's technically not glitching. It just got a little glitchy when you got carried away. Trying to find those little sweet spots scattered about. Missed the visual cue on that one, pretty obvious. Wait, did you unlock filters? Cool. I just realized I'm gonna be up here for a minute and I don't see any more compound on top. A lot of times there's compound on the peaks, and resin even. But I am not seeing it. Oh yeah, totally. It's in the walls. I'm just saying there's normally a visible patch up top. When you get close to the white dirt, snow, I don't know. Did they ever clarify that? The tops of the mountains? Huh? Oh crap, I didn't turn it back on. It was slowing my mineral extraction down. Unreasonable slowness. Whoa. Almost fell a bit too far there. We're gonna go from there. There's more compound there. Wow, that was terrible. I tried to do a quick flick. Trigger, flick, trigger. I'm really bad about it right now. Whew, cancel that one just in time. It's not doing it. Oh yeah, that's right. They added a thing. It seems like when you grab a tether nearby, it kind of pulls it in a little bit automatically. It's pretty irritating, honestly. It's kind of like auto aim. Some people like it, but it's really just, you know. Yeah, when you pick up a tether, it sucks it. It pulls it towards you. Huh? Where it pulls it toward you? It may have always been like that. It's just never been super irritating before. I feel like it's changed. Right? Is this... Oh, that ship loaded funny. I just saw an ammonium floating in the air. Wow. Compound, resin. I could start a base out here. Let's get that out of here. Pa, pa, pa. That looks like a titanium. Oh no, not a deposit. Do what? You're gonna dig a hole? Why? I mean, like, I don't understand. You're just gonna dig a hole, like you're not being very descriptive. Oh, okay. Well, I just found an 8K research out here. So when you get back from the hole, be some new goings-ons. That's not too terribly irritating. Alright, here we go. Guess I should grab some of the compound on the way back. I don't know why I didn't grab it while I was over here. That's so lame. I'll steal that oxygen too. Keep it seamless. You're not talking to me right now, are you? I can't hear you. It sounds like you're whispering, but I'm not sure. Bam. Didn't even have to do the oxygen. Alright, I'm gonna make some medium storages for our mineral extractor. Do what? Astronaut found. Doesn't have battery or anything super useful, but has fireworks. If there's one thing I get about whatever species we are, or whatever species created these drones, or whatever we are, I don't know, these astronauts could be robots. Matt mentioned that to me the first time. So, I don't know, like, you die and you come back to life and you go pull the stuff off of your corpse and carry on your work, and it's like, well, that sounds more like, you know, somebody's controlling drones from space, from the exocorp shell. Yeah, cybernetic drones. Like, we're not actually breathing it, it's just being injected into parts of our construct. Yeah. Of course. What happened? But did you die? You spiked? Oh, lame. You know, if you're not going to get rid of all the spike things at the bottom of the ramp, you got to dig that little ditch that stops you when you hit the bottom. Oops. No. Wow, that's so much metal. That's so metal. I turned off the smelter again, in case I forget to turn it back on. How much metal? I don't know, I'm making medium storages, which is why I shut the smelter off for a moment. Where are you? It's not letting you grab what? Sumner's playing Oblivion. Oblivion. Elder Scrolls 4. He's playing the one before it. I was playing Skyrim. Whatever. Something else. Words and such, of course. As one might expect. Etc., etc. Well, then I will stop. Ha ha ha, I know. I know. Well, we're gonna have a full aluminum one, so let's go ahead and make that third. Do you want some more windmills too? Cool. I'm gonna make some more tables then. They're what? Oh yeah, totally. Well, get us a titanium ore and we'll dirt some. Just see what's available when we get there. I need the lawnmower mod. Let's see, where's the thing? Nobody's chatting. I know it's Astroneer, it's not. It's not the thing that you really discuss. Alright, table time, table time. Let's see, did we only get 3? I got an odd number of resin here. Find some more of that out there after I start the table. Table 1. Yeah, it says I've got a follower here on whatchamahoozits. But I think that's me, honestly. Sorry, I had to duck out for some technical work. Yeah. Did you get a message?
No, I didn't get a message.
Okay.
So I'll call them when they open at 7.
That's disappointing. Gas guy was supposed to come out to turn the gas on today. Didn't show. Lame. Are we? Do we not have a lot of resin around here? I need to make like 2 more tables. Oh, I didn't do the thing. Yeah, my uncle that hunts, his whole family gets together for Christmas and they do venison tamales, venison chili, venison. Oh man, you. Aw. But he's just as delicious as he is cute. I don't see what the problem is. I'm making tables for a trade platform. Oh, here's a brick of titanium. Did you find one? Okay. I brought that other 8 up, so I'm going to go ahead and unlock a trade platform. Boo. What was the other thing? One was just for... I guess I'll go ahead and... Like, this is supposed to be the future with high technology and the fireworks get crappier. Hey, the smelter ran all the way till it finished. I see how it is. What? Oh, the dig war? That's a fine way to end a session. I had no problem with it. Yeah. I didn't give up. So, you had a trade platform on the back of a rover earlier. I tried to do it and it didn't work. I was hoping that was the case. Right, windmills. Pinwheel spinning around. Oh yeah, you made a spiral down to the... Yeah. 3 hours to make a staircase that not only actually went straight to the core, but you could drive a car down. A large rover. Let's do that. For what, like research? What is going on here? Didn't I make one already? Where is it? Sun, you shine, you better shine. Sun, you shine, you better shine, you better shine. Do you want to go ahead and unlock medium solar too? Well, no, we don't have enough battery though. We need more batteries first. That's why there were 2 units of power. Whoa! Yeah. I opened the box with the medium wind turbine, and the tires stayed on the ground, but the turbine started slowly shooting up into the air like a rocket. Yep. That's what I'm looking at. Oh, yeah, I put it on the things. Sound of the group. We super style. Super style. I don't remember if that's really how that goes at all. But it's a fun song. Oh, I guess I could make sure the chair stays put. We'll find DB's treasure. We'll get a canoe. What were you thinking? Oh, thanks for breaking glass when my children play. Yeah. And then he's like, he goes, this is he's trying to tell him how dangerous it is, and he's like, oh no, I'm experienced, blah blah blah, and he's like, oh, you're a experienced guide, huh? What are you, class 4, class 5? And he goes, put them together, I'm a 45, which doesn't exist. And the guy just looks at him and he goes, lie to me, I'm not the one who's gonna die, and walks away. I was like, that's the perfect attitude. Like, I'm not gonna put up with your crap, but you can take it as far as you want to. Alright, I put up 4 new wind generators. They're mostly out. They're on the trade platform and the research station. Why do you do that with the... Do you put out the extenders like that just so they're not taking up a slot? But without blowing away? So you don't trust just dropping them in a little ditch? Okay. Well, I'll be honest, it's kind of stupid the reason that I'll put anything in a ditch, and it's because I fully trust that one day that will be a completely safe thing to do. So I'm just going to stay in the habit, keep it going. I had a ditch with 4 titanium in it and some lithium, and it was totally fine. Yep. Hey, I remember one time I forgot that the caves under my base were really nearby and the ground was really thin above them. What do you need? So I was digging my little hole to put you know, metals and stuff in. And boy did I forget, and I went to make it a little bit deeper and just dropped a whole bunch of titanium and ore and other stuff into a hole in the ground. And it just goes cascading down the cave, further into the cave, and it was just a mess trying to get it all back together. That was back before I was even... Ugh. I call them treasure tunnels or treasure caves. Stop trying to make fetch happen. Treasure what? Treasure hole? Treasure hole. We could just call it a never mind. You found more? Tyler not here. Tyler, go away. Poor Tiberius. He's so noisy. Yeah? Out where? Are you on the surface? You're underground? Why is there an opacity slider and an enable transparency button? For my chat frame that I can put as an overlay, instead of doing a plugin for an overlay chat frame, I can just make it see-through. That way it's always on the screen, but it's not interfering with my playing until somebody says something. What are you doing? Crashing it? Ah. Overlooked the next phase. Oh no. Oh, I see you. I saw your icon. I'm coming towards you. Are you going back down? Oh, I'm tethering out to you. I thought you needed air. Alright. Like the Asians and the trains. What? Oh, the way they used to make railroads were like, hey, let's connect our towns. You start on your end, we'll start on ours. And that way, even though we're cooperating, somebody will have something to brag about and we can make a competition out of it. In the spirit of togetherness, let's beat the crap out of each other. Instead of doing the logical thing and putting full teams together on one end to complete the whole project faster and more consistently and with all the ideas in one place to solve problems. Nah. Competition. That's more important. But we are humans. Why overcome our animal nature? Let's just get really good at being animals. Huh? You run out to me? I'm digging a hole because there's a storm coming. I'm underground by the tether line. Yeah, I ran out. Did you run out? Oh, ha! Well, if you don't hurry up and get in this tunnel right here, you're going to be a corpse with nothing but tethers. I made a little spot down here where you can kick it so you're not, like, Just so your view's not all crazy. It's pretty open. Well, I am not done building my storm shelter, which I am notorious for. Huh? What's up? Oh yeah. With the tethers on the wall. Yeah, I tried to make it as perfectly round as I could by just slightly scooting the terrain tool and just taking little tiny bits at a time. Otherwise it gets all choppy and you never really get all of it, and it doesn't make a very even surface. Like, no, I want this to be all round and pretty and, you know, 270 degrees-ish. Nailed it. Yeah, these wind generators seem to really help. I was playing yesterday a brand new one and I couldn't get any wind. Like, did you see what I was doing yesterday or today? Did you see what I was doing earlier with on the last loadout that we were playing? The one I was hosting. I had the battery. Yeah, that's the chat frame up there. I had the medium battery and the medium storage full of generators on the smelter, and I was holding the smelter table up in the air so it would get wind to recharge, because there was no wind on the ground. Yeah, it's a little behind. That one's... on there watching it. So one of the first glitches I observed was the ring around the generators that was staying behind, and it's a little deformed too. I mean, obviously that's not what it normally looks like anyway, but you pick it up, move it, the ring stays there. So honestly, I don't even know if these things are on technically. Other than I know that there's physical indicators, Matt, like you see the solar panels tilt and the wind generator turns, but eventually those stop responding properly as well. Like, I'll see a wind generator not turning, but it'll have power coming out of it. To what? Groovy. Wind just picked up, so that research will get done pretty quick. Now, I try to make a habit of, if I'm going to be around the base pretty often, if I'm not going away for a while, I'll try to make a little habit of getting rid of the smaller researches first. That way they're just not taking up as much space, and everything I have to research is the big ones, which I can then leave to get broken down while I do take a long trip. And that, you know, keeps your space organized, keeps you from having to build a lot of extra tables. The more you can know. Are we getting good signal here? I don't have any viewers to tell me that I have a bad signal, but it could be because I have bad signal. Oh, the Sleepy Dragon streams. Or not even the, it's just Sleepy Dragon streams. I figured I'd do a lot of late night streaming, so I might as well be honest about the mental state to expect. Although, I do have a tendency to drink coffee far too late in the day. And, as you can... Yeah, at that point I'm the delirious dragon. So I should come up in the 13 something by 700 something resolution, which I'm kind of embarrassed that I don't know, but you know, it's not important enough to look up just to sound knowledgeable. It's like when I say, oh yeah, I overclocked my CPU, you know. I mean, I used AMD Overdrive, and I would use the BIOS, but it's it's an Asus business machine, so even though the motherboard can totally deal with overclocking with the heat sinks, power phase. Do what? I can't hear you. Yeah, the straight line with the two legs. Did you pull up the video? I do believe. I do believe. It must get better. Everyone's got to have the sickness, 'cause everyone seems to need a cure. Precious cure. Of all the songs I choose to pick, it's one of the least known songs on one of the most hated albums by a band that very few original members still respect. But, you know, they got plenty of fans, and I don't care, they can do whatever the hell they want. What do I care? Small battery? Ugh. But I actually use them, and we haven't found any. Huh? I use one in my backpack. The large mod and or the wide mod and turbo mod. You just use power cells? Ah. Oh, I use them when I'm running around scrapping and stuff, so I can hit scrap quick and get out when I'm doing resources. Sometimes I'll use a wide mod for the gump runs if the compound is abundant enough. Huh? Yeah, it's over here. No chair flying. Oh, I see what you're doing. Oh, I use small batteries on those too, but I hardly ever make them anymore. Totally, but I put a wind generator in a small battery, and I never have to do anything. People are like, oh yeah, I use a grass generator because you get so much out of a piece of grass, and I'm like, yeah, but... Well, yeah, I mean, if you've already got the car and you don't want to research battery, find lithium, do all the thing, then sure, drive around all you want. You're moving really slow on my screen. Am I keeping up with you? On yours? Okay, I don't want to suddenly have the game figure out that you're supposed to be 1,000 feet away and then I suffocate. This is not the best way to go about things, because there's always the chance that he'll glitch and fall through the map, maybe even because I'm following him. What? You don't have any compound? I brought compound. That's what I was just talking about. Just in case. Come off the car. Totally. Is this the direction you're thinking about going? Toward the mountains? Or to the left? Okay. Oh man, takes another bullet. He keeps them all with it. No matter how it hurts, he's been fooled again. Yep. I made the assumption that you were just about ready to hit the road, so... Maybe I can help provide that function to some... Oh crap, I went too far. Nice. There's an oxygen pool right there, and I can make plenty of filters. You're not in the car. Oh yeah, you are. You're in the ground. You're standing, facing to the left. Your head is like a melon in the seat. Not southwest. Southeast. South is this way. I'm gonna line up north to the base, and then... Wait, where'd you go? Oh, I thought you were talking about this mountain. This is south from the base. Yeah, but I lined it up so that north pointed to the base, so when I start going south and then I want to go back and go north, it'll actually take me to the base. I'm just gonna drop a beacon. As soon as I unlock the beacon. Because the compound patches have been rich and plentiful. You'll see it, it's blue. It's blue. So there. Whoops. Don't double tap. All that does is waste a tiny, insignificant amount of energy. When you do it enough, you're gonna feel silly inside. Ooh, that's a big old mountain. I wonder if it just hasn't loaded all the finer details, but it just looks like a big chunk of mountain. This one over here. Oh, wow, launch pad. So the one you're on, Matt, the mountain, the ship's empty? Nice. So whenever I find a launch pad, I put a red flashing beacon on it. Sometimes I will put those next to bases, the destroyed bases without. And other places, it's typically going to be somewhere where I think is a prime new base location. Although I gotta be honest, it's not like I build on all of them or anything, you know. But it's a good habit to be in, to mark potential new base locations. Some people don't rely nearly as much on habit type things as I do. They'll immediately adjust to any changes that come along, which is good to be adaptable to, you know, because your assumptions could be completely incorrect, drive you in the wrong direction. Gravity gloves. Thanks, Gravity Gloves. If that's your real name. Now let's charge this battery in my backpack. Let's charge the battery. It's still doing the thing. Okay, that's fine. So we'll go ahead and adjust this. Where's the rover? Oh crap. Will you come get me? I'm carrying a windmill. I saw your body out here, Matt. Yeah. I know. It was standing. And yeah, it's the thicker Ashtraneer dude. It's gone now. But yeah, it was over by that ship next to the giant solar panel. Oh, I got a storm coming. It's coming right for us. It's cool, I have a lot of filters, I just didn't want to burn them all. But with the storm, it's kind of already done. Alrighty. Yeah, let's do that. He said it was coming for him, so I'm gonna try my darndest. Get back to the base. Got plenty of power, plenty of compound to make the filters last. Don't want to use it all up. And we're gonna take a little break as soon as I get back to the barriers. Oops. Okay. I was gonna join, but good thing you told me. Regardless, I need to grab a bite to eat, and we'll be back either with more Ashtraneers, or maybe I'll jump on some Paladins. I gotta check in to do the daily thing anyway, because, you know, once that new season starts, I may even save up for a name change. Solar panels down. Alright, it's mouse time. This will go here like this. This there. That's there. Put these over here. Power relevant materials. Might as well lend the use of the battery. System full? Did that just top it off? No, the batteries haven't topped off of that. Alright. Cool. It's raw and paired. Processed version. Okay. Go ahead and dump the dirt out. Doesn't like doing it. Sometimes I hit X. There's still a little bit of gap in the process between the mouse and the controller, and it's normally seamless, but it seems to widen the seam, I suppose, if I am doing a multiplayer, especially if I'm not the one hosting. When I'm hosting, it tends to, well, the host tends to not suffer the glitches because they're working on the system that's doing it, but as it travels out to the other players, it seems to break down. Maybe there will be a way to re-reference everything back to the state that it's in for the host, you know? Like, I don't know how that works. But all I know is eventually my thing's going to be really different, and the way the wind works, the way I'm able to interact with things is going to be increasingly more limited. Other glitches like tethers being connected when they're just barely out of reach of being visibly connected, but still providing oxygen. We'll see what happens, and we'll be back.